On a desolate stretch of highway in rural Georgia, a passing motorist slammed on the brakes. There, in a ditch just off the road, was a large, floral suitcase. Curious, the driver pulled over, thinking someone had simply lost their luggage. But when they opened it, what they found would shatter the community, leave investigators stunned, and ignite a nationwide manhunt. Welcome to True Crime Hub. If you're drawn to the stories that leave us speechless and demand justice, you're in the right place. This is the story of how a life was stuffed into a suitcase and left to be forgotten, but not by us. February 2020, Bartow County, Georgia, just outside of Cartersville. Early one morning, a man driving to work noticed something out of place. A suitcase, alone on the roadside. It was oddly pristine. No signs of wear or damage, just sitting there like it had been gently placed. When he pulled over and approached, the first thing that hit him wasn't the sight, but the smell. Something pungent. Decay. Inside the suitcase was a body. Female. Young. Wrapped in sheets and plastic. Her face bruised, her arms contorted. The scene was gruesome, yet oddly methodical. Police were immediately called. By the time local news picked up the story, the area had been cordoned off. Drones buzzed overhead. Crime scene tape flapped in the cold wind. Who was she? It would take 2 agonizing weeks before investigators identified the victim. Her name was Ashley Wells, 24 years old. No outstanding warrants. No known enemies. She had been missing for just under a month, reported by a roommate who thought she had moved out without warning. Ashley had recently moved to Georgia from Florida to escape a toxic relationship and start fresh. She had been working as a cashier, taking night classes, and renting a room in a shared home. But police found something strange. Ashley had no phone, no wallet, no social media activity after January 10th. Her trail simply vanished. Her roommate, a woman named Jenna Thomas, told authorities that Ashley had been acting paranoid in the days before her disappearance. Ashley mentioned seeing someone parked outside their house multiple times and talked about changing her number again. She kept her blinds closed, didn't sleep well, and had even installed a makeshift security bar in her bedroom. Jenna assumed it was just lingering trauma from her past relationship, but now she regretted not asking more questions. Investigators interviewed neighbors, co-workers, classmates. No one had seen Ashley after a late shift at the grocery store on January 9th. Her supervisor recalled that she left in a rush, looking anxious, ignoring a phone call she normally would have taken. The store's CCTV footage confirmed she had exited the store alone, wearing a green jacket and clutching her purse tightly to her chest. Outside, a white SUV lingered in the parking lot. Its license plate was obscured. The medical examiner determined she had died from blunt force trauma to the head, likely hit with a heavy object multiple times. There were defensive wounds on her arms, indicating she fought back. She had also been bound with zip ties. There was evidence she may have been kept alive for a short time after the initial injuries. But ultimately, she was beaten and left to die. Toxicology reports revealed she had been sedated with a high dosage of lorazepam before her death. The timeline was slowly coming together. Someone had stalked Ashley, sedated her, and delivered a fatal beating before stuffing her body into the suitcase. The suitcase? It was traced to a local discount store. But it had been wiped clean. No prints, no hair, no DNA. Still, a break came when an observant gas station clerk came forward with footage. 3 days before Ashley was found, security cameras caught a man in a baseball cap purchasing the exact same model of suitcase. He paid in cash. The footage was grainy, but clear enough to see his face. Police released a still to the public. Within 48 hours, they had a name, Travis Denton. Travis was Ashley's ex-boyfriend, the one she had moved to escape. Their relationship had been volatile. Police reports, restraining orders, and witness statements painted a disturbing picture of control and manipulation. Friends said Travis stalked Ashley online. He threatened anyone who got close to her. But he hadn't been seen in over a month. They started combing through his digital footprint, emails, burner phone activity, fake social media accounts. Travis had created a web of surveillance around Ashley. Fake profiles messaged her friends. Her Amazon order history showed cancelled purchases she never made. A nationwide search was launched. Travis was placed on the FBI's most wanted list. He was considered armed and dangerous. Meanwhile, Ashley's family held a candlelight vigil. They called for justice. The community mourned. Tips came in from as far as Texas and Indiana. But Travis always seemed one step ahead. Until he slipped up. A motel clerk in Nashville recognized him from the wanted posters. Police arrived in minutes. Travis tried to flee but was tackled in the parking lot. Inside his room, gloves, burner phones, a list of names, including Ashley's roommate. He had IDs in 3 names, multiple SIM cards, prepaid debit cards, and even a wig. His plan was to flee to Canada next, then South America. The evidence was overwhelming. Surveillance footage. DNA under Ashley's fingernails. Phone pings placing him near the crime scene. During the trial, Travis showed no remorse. He claimed Ashley owed him her loyalty. The courtroom gasped. Witnesses testified to Travis' manipulative tactics, gaslighting, intimidation, repeated threats. A former girlfriend from high school came forward, recounting eerily similar behavior. The defense argued mental illness, but experts refuted it. Travis knew what he was doing. Planned it. Tracked her. Executed it. The jury deliberated for only 4 hours. Verdict: guilty of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and unlawful disposal of a body. He was sentenced to life without parole. Ashley's family set up a foundation in her name to help women escape abusive relationships. Her story spread across social media, drawing attention to domestic violence victims who try to leave, and sometimes pay the ultimate price. A mural was painted near the road where she was found. It reads, "You were never just a suitcase." Local law enforcement reviewed domestic violence policies. Grants were created for shelters. Community leaders held vigils and seminars. Ashley's former professors and classmates held a memorial service on what would have been her graduation day. Narrator: Ashley Wells mattered. Her life was more than a headline, more than a cautionary tale. She had dreams, friends, a future, and all of it was taken in a moment of rage. If this story moved you, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to True Crime Hub. Let Ashley's voice echo far beyond that roadside. If you or someone you know is in danger, please reach out. You're not alone. Resources are in the description. This has been True Crime Hub. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and never stop seeking justice. Dash.